G'day everyone, Prep Aussie here. I hope you're all well in whatever part of the world you're watching this video. Today is Tuesday, the 18th of September 2018, and the time here is 09:15 Australian Eastern Standard Time. Okay folks, look, today's going to be a punters forum. Because of the video yesterday, I'm going to show you some comments. Because you don't really want to be listening to me all the time. You need to listen to your peers as well, and glean information from some of these subscribers, my other subscribers. If you're not watching or reading the comments, you really should be, because I'm kind of just a head and a mouthpiece really. Everyone else is, there's some really smart people out there who do comment and have some really good comments. I'd have to say, to be honest with you, I don't ban many people at all, really. There's the odd dickhead here and there, but that goes with par for the course, I guess. I'm not trying to be too outrageous in what I'm saying, so I guess that's the reason why I don't suffer too much. But look, we'll go to the comments. For a full disclosure thing, I want to show you yesterday's video. I don't know whether you guys know this or not, but I don't even know how, but YouTube monetized me a couple of months ago, which is outrageous in itself. I thought, well, stuff them, they're taking money from everyone. I might as well take some money from them, if you know what I mean. It's no good to me anyway, because I haven't got a PayPal account because I got told I had to provide my passport and my driver's license to be able to access my funds. So all my Patreon money is still sitting there, as far as I know. I've literally given up on that. Look, I don't know. I don't know whether I'm doing the right thing or the wrong thing, but I'll show you. I made $100 on my video yesterday. Woo! I don't know how they work out their logistics, or whatever they do on their end, but there was nothing different about that video to any other video I did, and for some reason, I'm not sure if they gave me $100 for that video or $100 for so far, but this is what I mean. Honestly, you would have to be getting something like 500,000 views each video to make money out of this. I don't do this for money, folks, believe me. In regards to money, I'm in the process of actually getting some t-shirts printed up. And what I'm going to do is show you guys the templates, and the best template, what everyone recommends is the best template for men and women. I'm just going to get that one printed, and if anyone wants to buy some t-shirts, that'd help out. Because look, it does take a lot of time to do this stuff. I've got to sit here and go through it, blah blah, while I'm trying to do the renos, and I'm hard pressed at times to actually do that stuff. Sometimes that's why I don't do videos at all, because I just haven't got the time. Right, let's go to Punters Forum. I'll show you this. This is what happened yesterday. I have no idea. If anybody can explain to me how all this works out, money-wise, etc., then please do so, because I haven't got a bloody clue. I don't know how these guys do it anymore. It seems to be, I don't know whether, for example, that $95.33 that I'm never going to get, I don't know if that's per video or all my revenue so far. They don't really tell you. Anyway. Here's the funny thing. Last 28 days, 39.7k views. Now, if I actually added up all my views in the last 28 days, there's something seriously wrong there. They're fudging the numbers. Right, I want to go to the comments from yesterday. Okay, well, here's the comments for yesterday's video. And, some of these are actually pretty interesting. I'm going to read this one here. And this is from Bill Crowell. Excellent video. I've seen only a few of yours. I'll make some points below. Q, or point number 1. I've been tracking this since day 2. There is much more to this phenomenon than paedophilia. I agree. I'm not really focused on that aspect. Neither am I. I'm watching the geopolitical and financial aspects. Me too. What Q has accomplished is largely in the realm of propaganda, using the technical meaning and not the prerogative. Many people are watching this, and anonymous researchers have done a brilliant job digging for information on a wide range of people and organisations. And that's true. It never would have happened unless Q had brought this stuff up, or wouldn't be brought out in the main into this realm. I was into the truth from about 1982, and it was much harder to learn about things like fiat currency, blah blah blah, and hard to find about books. The Q crumbs have caused thousands of people to dig into research. I agree that there are a huge number of Q decoders spinning tails and going off in 100 different tangents. The reason that an operation like Q would not have a single channel is because it is easy to silence. Because it's decentralized and organic, it's much more difficult to stop the signal, and that is the point. Okay, good point. And he says he's fully in agreement that there needs to be some results of Q predictions. Number 2, agree on the lack of prepping by people who knew a hurricane was coming their way. WTF. You get 3 weeks notice and you're still not having necessities. Darwin. The power budget to run a fridge is quite high. I can run ours on a single solar. And there's a lot of people who mentioned that actually. Solar fridges. Fully stocked on tinned foods and other long-term orders, water purification, etc. I look at off-the-grid solar as a last-ditch means of running radios and a fan and some LED lights. 4. War. Agreed. When the system finally locks up, war is inevitable. What is remarkable is how they have kept the con going so very long. Number 5. Periodic system failures and foreclosures are part of the banking plan. What they get you to do is to purchase an asset from them, and if you're lucky enough to actually pay it off, you might get to keep it. During foreclosures, you lose all the money you put down plus improvements. The bank gets real assets in the foreclosure. That is the nature of fiat currencies, make us wage slaves, and meanwhile the bank owners buy real assets with our work. I would 100% agree with his comments there. Bill? Okay. Now I'm going to read this one because just because it pissed me off. Just curious, why do you think the King James version of the Lord's Prayer is the correct one? I was brought up Roman Catholic, so was I, and never recited the King James version. Well, why do you think that is, mate? That's because they didn't want you to know it. That's odd. My reply is not there. You can see it, but you can't read it. That's weird. Basically, what I said was not interested at all. Stop concentrating on fucking trivialities, please. It's not important. If you're focusing on shit like that, then you need to do one or two things. Get off my channel or get a life. I'm sorry to be so brutal, but I pretty well said that to the person anyway. Stop concentrating on trivialities. Trivialities, that's what they want you to concentrate on. Trivialities. Oh my God, is the butter hard or soft? Oh my God, does milk really come from cows? You know, come on. It's not relevant. In this life, especially for men nowadays, and my kids are the same, my boys are the same, they concentrate too much on trivialities. And when I say to them, shut up, it's none of your business, they get upset with me. Or, it doesn't matter, it's a dumb conversation, stop talking. They get upset with me. Because it's indoctrinated in people's brains now that you have to have a point and you have to listen to me. No. If you're going to have a valid point, then you need to have an argument and you need to have a debate, or you need to have a ground to actually start from somewhere. And using the Roman Catholic Church as an example of, Christendom or how you're brought up, which I was as well, is just a load of bollocks. You know, as I said in the reply, which you can't read for some reason, I did a reply to it. I said the Roman Catholic Church is the most evil and disgusting organisation on this planet. They run everything. They've literally got their hands up the Khyber of everything. So, and various other things that they've got. You know, please don't concentrate on trivialities. Trivialities are what are going to bring you undone. If you're standing there now and you're going, oh my God, oh, you know, as I said, if you're running down hallways flapping your arms going, oh my God, the world's about to end, then please just keep running out of the hallway, run over the edge of a cliff and keep going, because that's all you're going to be good for. Stop concentrating on trivialities. Trivialities are ridiculous. Okay, this one here from Spiker Stalker. Keep it simple, you Aussie preppers. Every week, just purchase some extra items when weekly shopping. Excellent advice. That's what I did. That's how I did it. Whatever you can afford. Don't stress. I.e. water, $2 a litre, food, Harvest brand, canned food, rice, pasta, canned tuna, spam, look, chicken, the whole lot, yeah, everything, go on. Anything pickled. The only thing I don't agree with here is powdered milk, and I'm going to explain that. How do you make powdered milk? With water. Water's a valuable resource. Do you want to be using your valuable resource to create milk? And I'm going to go through something here, just for preppers, so that you all know what I'm talking about here. If you're walking along a country road and you see some strawberries on the ground, are you going to eat them? Yeah. Walk past an apple tree, you going to eat an apple? Yeah, you pick an apple off and you eat it. You see a rabbit, you're going to catch it and eat it? Yeah. Is there any basic human instinct that when you see a cow, you want to suck on its udder? No. If anyone can actually prove that to me, then by all means, please show me. It is not, what you need to remember is, your brain is hardwired to accept reality. It's the other side of the coin that they're doing to us to try and stop you from actually utilizing that ability. So remember, anything you put in your mouth, right, must be natural, should be natural. And what I mean by that is what I just said. Do you use strawberry? Do you eat an apple? Do you eat an orange? Do you hunt a rabbit? But there's no natural instinct for you to drink milk. Have you noticed there's a book called Fit for Life? Is it Fit for Life? By the Diamonds. I read that in 1980 and it changed my life. And the reason it changed my life is because I got off cow's milk and refined foods, processed foods, etc. Cereals, all that sort of stuff, all the shit stuff. Anything processed and put in a cardboard box is pretty bad for you, to be honest. Although, you know, look, that's not true. There is some good ones, as you know. But cow's milk is not a natural human product. And please don't write to me and say, oh, it's been proven that it's good for women and osteoporosis. Well, get a handful of nuts and eat them, because they're 1,000 times better. The only reason people drink milk, and this is laid out in the Fit for Life book, by the way, is they get the milk out of the cow, put it into a big churn it up. The only actual natural thing that comes out of milk is cheese and yogurt. But I don't eat yogurt anyway, so no, people shouldn't eat yogurt. That's a whole other story. Cheese is actually a good byproduct. And I know that doesn't make sense, but milk is then put into this vat. It's boiled, steamed, pasteurized, which means it's cooked to death. So it's nothing in it that's good anyway. Then they put it in a chiller to stop it from going off. They put it in a big truck, pump it into a big truck, big aluminium tank on it, which is cooled. They take it to the depot, they pump it out of the depot and put it into another couple of huge vats, and then they put it in beautiful packaging. Because your eye, what they know is your eye and your brain sees those packages as brilliant colours on them. Woo! Must be good for me. Woo! You must have milk. Woo! Stops osteoporosis. If that's the case, then how come humans are the only mammals that drink milk after they gestate from their mothers, and they drink the milk of another object, another animal? Now, if you understand what I just said, or you don't understand what I just said, then you're in denial. There's no two ways about it. My whole family does not drink milk. And I haven't pushed that on any of them. I said, you want to drink milk? You drink milk. I've told them exactly what's wrong with it. Now, even on their own volition, we've used almond milk. Soy milk is not a good idea for men. Especially young boys. Don't feed your kids loads of soy milk. Your boys, it's bad for the testes. Almond milk. We bought loads of almond milk, and the kids just naturally tried almond milk and cow's milk and all went, this stuff is shit, the cow's milk. Don't ever buy that again, Mum. And now none of our family drink cow's milk. Try it. You'll be astounded. So that's a good point from that guy, but I don't agree with the milk stuff, unfortunately. Within 3 months, you will be surprised how it accumulates. While accumulating items, research long-term food and water storage. After 3 months, start long-term storage. Don't stress about it. Good point. If you have room, learn how to grow food. You can grow food anywhere, folks. If you've got a small backyard, you can still grow food in it. Don't stress. It's simple. Simple items required for free. Go to farm supplies stores and purchase 210 litre barrel for long-term water storage. They're about $40. That's true. I've got a couple. Just do what you can when you can. As for shelter, that's up to you what to do. As for security, I will not disclose any information. Sorry, you're on your own. I nearly forgot. Well, that's not really relevant. That's not really nice, but no man's a mountain. I nearly forgot about fuel. I live in the bush, so fuel is an abundance of yours in the city. Source free wood. Remember, just keeping it simple, it really doesn't take that long to gather the basics. Now, I'm going to talk about wood here. Sorry, this video might go on a while. Wood is a crucial supply. And if you haven't got any, you need to get some. Because if everything goes crashing down, how are you going to cook with no... I've got 3... I know this is going to sound extreme, but I've got an acre of land. I've got 3 cooking places on my thing, fire pits. Why have I got 3? Well, 2 are for recreation, really, and one's a big bloody, thing with a fireplace and logs and all that sort of stuff. I can't stress enough that timber is a valuable resource because you're going to need it for fire. You can go to the servos, coal servos and that, and they sell you the bags. Just chuck a couple of bags in the back of your car. That's all you need, just to keep you going. If you get really bad, you'll have to burn your furniture and stuff. Don't laugh, because that happens. From June Shannon. Good for you, Prep. I'm with you on the Q bullshit. I don't have time or patience for theatre. Stick to what you know, Prep. I appreciate your words. Thanks, June. Much appreciated. Okay, right. Now I'm going to talk a bit of community stuff here. And as regards to women. There's another comment here that was passed to me in regards to women. Now, look, this is going to sound brutal and sexist probably. But I'm not trying, that's not the idea here. The idea is to actually be truthful and tell you the truth. If you're a single woman and you know what's coming is coming, then I would say to you, then you need to find a community. Now, when this all kicks off, there'll be three types of camps. Camps like mine, where we regard women as, intellectually the same as us, manually, not so much. We'll do the hard work. You guys tell us what to do, and we'll all be happy. That's my opinion. As regards to security, etc., women will have a place in that, and I would probably say that in my society or group that I want to be in, I wouldn't listen to just one person as regards to security. Women have a lot of interesting ideas about security, etc., that men need to listen to. In actual fact, women have a lot of things that men need to listen to. Periods is not one of them, by the way. It's just one of those things. I'm an old sort of bloke, a man sort of thing, if you know what I mean. And I try to do my best to respect women's rights. I have a young daughter, so having a daughter is what makes a man, really. And they train you, believe it or not, to be the better person, and to actually think outside the box more, because women think outside the box a lot, men don't. We're very square box driven. So that's my point. The second one would be women are in the camp, recognised as being cookers and cleaners and all that sort of stuff. Oh, and by the way, in the first camp, my camp, women would run all that, because honestly, if men ran it, it'd just be a shit show. There's not even a debate about that, I don't think. And that's all they would do in the second camp, cook and clean and be shagging instruments. That's about it. Camp number 3, women would be basically prostitutes, scum of the earth, and go back to living in the 17th, 15th century, or whatever you want to call it, where women were classed as a second-class citizen, and the only thing they're good for is shagging. That's about it. I don't agree with that, but that's reality, and that's where this is going to go. Now, if you're a woman, you have to find some way to get involved with a community that you feel comfortable with, because a lot of women are single mothers, so you have to have the family with you. I would recommend that you find a man friend, a strong man friend. If you're watching this show, I would recommend that you find someone who has some physical nous, and knows how to handle themselves and look after you. I'm sorry to say that to you folks, but for so long now, men have forgotten how to look after women because society's made them forget about how to do that. And I'm sorry if that sounds sexist, but, in my mind, one of my jobs as a man is to look after my family, my wife, and my children. That's it. I do the best that I can. Doesn't mean that I'm here to put shit on them or anything else, but my job is to love, protect, and serve my family, like my country. I hope that makes sense. Right, I want to read this to you. This is the last thing we're going to read. This is from Tony Smith, who's a good sub of mine. Prep, love your work and all you do. I'm in Brizzy and desperate to meet likewise. How do we connect? If anyone else in the area looking for same, say g'day. Thanks, Prep. Now, underneath, Tony Smith. This is from June. No, June's quite active. I'm from Adelaide, yet to find another like-minded in SA. Now, listen to this conversation thread here, folks, because it's very common. June, this is from CH. June Sannon, CH, thanks for the reply. Mind if I ask you 2 questions? Did I miss the reply? Oh, there it is. June Shannon, am like-minded in SA. CH, thanks for the reply. Mind if I ask you 2 questions? Are you aware of the various methods of depopulation applied worldwide? Pretty heavy first up question, June. Do you support Trump? If you're an ardent Trump supporter, there's not much use in us hooking up. I don't understand that, but there you go. June Shannon, yes to first. As to the second, I support no one in politics. Good point. Most are or become corrupt. Anyone actually gets good gets restricted or outed. CH, spot on, my friend. We are like-minded. I'd love to chat with you from time to time, as I can't find anyone in my area who is not brainwashed and has basic common sense. If you agree, what is the most convenient way to communicate? I use Facebook Messenger. Well, that means that everybody knows what you're doing, by the way. Get off Facebook. It's run by the CIA. They know everything that you're doing. And using Messenger service, by the way, is actually every single Messenger thing is recorded. Try WhatsApp. It's encrypted. And this makes me laugh. Facebook Messenger to communicate with my family. Same name. Well, you know, that's just crazy. I don't know why anybody would use Facebook these days. June Shannon. Good to hear, and same, struggling with sleep sheeple. A sleep sheeple. No one with half a brain to chat with. People are so brain dead to all the shocking things going on in the world that are about to rip the shitty, useless things that they live out their lives soon. Don't have Facebook. Good for you. But we'll set up to look you up and chat. And 42-year-old woman living an hour north of Adelaide, Small Oak Ridge, TARF will reply. Get on WhatsApp, people. It's encrypted, person to person. CH, I look forward to chatting with you on Facebook Messenger. Please, as I said, everybody's going to know what you're saying. Please send message requests, then we'll be able to converse. I'm a 70-year-old female, living on a small acreage, 40 minutes south of Adelaide. Don't let my age put you off. I'm still feisty, although slowed down by ill health. It is any wonder with all the shit being sprayed on us. Guess it's very dry up north. Our dam is not full. It's usually overflowing by June. Yeah, they've had a pretty harsh time down there. I'm sure they'll manipulate the weather so that we'll get less rain next year. Fires are a big worry. Okay, well look, as I said, get off Facebook. You're crazy if you're on Facebook. Have you noticed that the majority of people on Facebook are who? And who's Facebook aimed at? Women. Sorry, you're all being duped. And the reason they dupe you is because they make you feel guilty if you're not on there. Have you posted a picture of your child today on Facebook? You know, just put the picture up there for all the pedos to look at, by the way. Because that's what you're doing. Look, here we are here. And look, here we are here yesterday. And look, there we are over there the other day. They don't need to put tracking devices on anyone because you women are actually telling everyone where you are all the time anyway. Sorry, but that's the truth. They even said so much in the Congress thing with Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah, we're going to try and fix it, he said. No, they're not. It's a CIA run by the CIA, folks. Don't believe me? Look it up. You'll find it. I can't believe people still use it. I honestly can't. My wife uses it. You think I can talk to her about it? No. Duh. And how's this for the verse of the day? After everything I just said. Follow God's example, therefore, as dearly loved children. Well said. And okay, folks, last but not least, the Lord's Prayer. The King James Version. Fucking hell. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, for ever and ever. Amen. Look, I'm sorry this has gone on so long today, but I just want to have a bit of a chat about the King James Prayer. There's a section in it that when I read it, you know, look, there's a long story why I say it, but I'm not going to go into that now. I just say it because that's what I've been told to say. I want to just focus on this debt bit, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. I never really understood that until recently. And, you know, what it actually means to me, I might be wrong, is that, you know, anyone does you fiscally wrong or whatever, or you've done someone fiscally wrong, then you need to move on from that and forget it. And not hold on to being ripped off by somebody, which happened to me twice recently. I just went, I remembered this and I just went, you know what? I can't be asked. I'll just forget it. I'm over it. Why drag it out? I think that's what that means. And you need to remember that, because that's going to become very relevant in the future. All right. God bless everyone. Prep out.